Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. It's time to get ready for Gold Seeker number 2 in the live summit event in the Crew 2. For the fourth live summit vehicle to be featured is the return of the Mazda RX-8 Gold Edition from the late December 2020 on the very first Gold Seeker to be featured from Season 6. But right now, it's going to be a fourth prize vehicle to be featured in the previous summons like New Year's Eve in December 2021, The Chosen in November, and Peak Dance in August. With a brand new story in Flix Season 5 Episode 1 in American Legends to have 8 steps to start out, in Gold Rush to have some clues to discover. So I hope you guys are about to have a nice, wonderful RX-8 Gold Edition to be featured as a street race discipline will be ready to use for this part of the event, and for some of them who didn't get one, because this event is a very good place to start out before at the end of the day we'll be moving on towards Westside Cruising before April 27. So I'm very glad to have a good golden opportunity to be participate to have 3 restricted vehicles will be recommended without having a presentation showcase in the bundle event. So I'm all set and good to go, and let's take on 6 events and 3 skills to be on different disciplines between the off-road, 2 for street race events, and 1 for the powerboat discipline to be on the slalom to be in the Grand Canyon. Especially to have some more events to be off the road, so I hope this one is going to be take place around in the desert areas of the mountain states. If you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the live summit event, and let's begin. Very good flying time out there on Ace Race, you guys. 4 events to be flying in the skies with a good airplane between the air race and aerobatics, and other events to be off the road to be on land base for any off-road disciplines. Rank 1,884 place to have a good over 1 million points to be added up onto 150,550 points. Looks like I'm just gonna have to put up with some extra currency bucks because already got the Harman Rocket HR3 is now in the collection, and the Fame Magnet to be boosted. For only 1 day left before the event is over. So luckily, many players really want to get the Gold Edition of the Mazda RX-8 is now featured in the Platinum rank, but some of them who have already owned it, that means an extra bonuses will be part of it as well, along with a low poly golden smoke to be on the common vanity. So let's go and participate to have some good sets of discipline in 9 events and skills will be going in. First up, we're about to do slalom to be on the waters of Grand Canyon to be on the water-based vehicle. But it will be a very good, excellent water base to be on the large rivers to be set sail to be on the current flows of the Grand Canyon. Also to be using with a powerboat or jet sprint will be used at any time to take the good slaloms to be sliding in between the left and right direction. Let's hop on board with a Offshore Mark II. Gonna have to keep a good slow in pace. There we go. Yeah, looks like this area is very good to be on the freestyle events. Just gonna have to make a U-turn. Slow it down. Coming back in. Oh man, I just barely missed one buoy. Just gonna have to keep it up. There you go. Just stay on track until we might have to get a good warm-up before the finish line. And it's already too late. Not bad. Attempt number 1 is doing a great job to have 100,000 points. So let's try perfectly for attempt number 2 without any missed gate slaloms around. But I mean, it might be quite possible to go with a jet sprint discipline is a very good quickest way to go forward. But powerboat might be very stronger and giving a good horsepower whenever it can. Now it's just gonna have to circle around, take that direction right here. Going for the better maintained pace, folks. However, if you're really good at jet sprint, this skill is going to be quite good to have a piece of cake. But however, powerboat might be quite very fast, but slow with the handling. But there you have it. 20,695 points is going to have to update for doing the activity performance. Very good. And for having one skill to be checked, to have 2 more off-road skills will be coming in to have a good requirement to be on the Solemn and Escape. But luckily, it's going to have to take a lot of good fortune to see how you guys did pretty well out there to use any off-road vehicles, including any kinds of street race vehicles whenever it comes in to have a paint color in gold. Depends on the metallic or chrome, is going to be a very good solid gold baby to see how good you are. Next up, take the Solemn at the Big Land to have a good off-road course to be going in. So let's switch it up and get some stars to be added up. Almost forgot about the icon points will be needed up onto popular. 119, almost to be at 12%. Go to the disciplines, choose any rally raid cars to be well used with a score breaker bonus affix. Okay, just gonna have to do some exchange parts to do a double check. Now, I might have to make sure to see how the affix icon might be having a possible chance to do a score breaker, but looks like I still have it on the Defender Works, so I could probably have to get back onto the KTM 450 Rally with the UDRS in Sportec. We'll have to go a quickest way to be Solemn around in the gates. But I also to change up with some different outfits because the spring season is still here. But I can't wait until coming in soon in the month of June. So let's go and kick it up with some good figures. Solemn around the gates as always to be on the aircraft cemetery. There we go. Ooh, okay, that was a close call. Clearly that should be a wipeout for taking too much speed. Alright, that should do it. Just gonna have to go up by over 20,000 points. Solemn around the gates and pass through the cactus. Almost there. And made it on time. Added by 7,559 points, but almost to be at 30,000 points, viewers. Very good. Now, it's time to go harder and quicker without any contact for attempt number 2. But I should probably have to do more practice to go speed it up and go nitro. But practice makes perfect. Just gonna have to try the best you can. Alright, very good. Just gonna have to wait the nitro to be refilled. Gonna have to do this and make a good clear position. Okay, several objects might be coming in, but there's nothing else to be part of it. Only the cactus is the very tough object that we have to be very careful. Only on this bike, but any land-based 4-wheel drive is going to be very good to smashing around to do some Solemn technique. Updated complete, 28,994 points to be on attempt number 2. Very good. Now for Red Rock in Escape Skill. So let's see how good it is if I could probably have to choose a recommend rally raid car. Gonna have to check to see how it turns out. But I could probably have to go with a Pontiac GTO The Judge Rally Raid Edition to have a nice solid golden chrome with an off-road livery variant. Is going to be the #1 best recommend pick to be on the restriction. Only in Stage 5 of the US Speed Tour West will be on the restriction. So I have to keep holding on to it later on before ready to start out to have 3 skills complete. Let's go to Red Rock and take the off-road for the escape. I'm so very good and well impressive to have a new story in American Legends to have Gold Seeker to be take place around in the areas of the mountain states to have locating in the desert. But I'll make sure, if I could probably have to get all the previous live summon events to be uploaded to have multiple uploads to have a now streaming effect. So let's kick it up and go jump faster to be on the hills. Gonna have to keep it up. Yeah, looks like this Rally Raid muscle car can also do some jumps. Rocking out and quick nitro refill to go extend it. Oh man, this is so extreme. So extreme and giving a one daring intense. Come on, just gonna have to keep it up and ended up by 2702 yards. Now let's see the outcome of this activity performance might be turns out. Almost halfway there. But I can still go through with this, you guys. Driving the golden muscle car with an off-road livery is taking a lot of good quick speed of doing extreme jump. It's about to go shaded. Just try to keep a good mobility when taking a lot of speed on the off-road areas. Concentrated and take some good excellent jumps for doing quick nitro refill. So fired up with this nice epic nitro. Oof. Okay, that was definitely might be losing up decreased speed, but almost barely tried to beat Tuck's record. Let's go. Come up with a different rally raid car is a very good opportunity to see how faster it might be quite rather than a muscle car. Just gonna take a double check on the Volkswagen Beetle Hoodlum Racing Edition. Well, I kind of say, folks, maybe I could probably might have to do this some often if I could probably have to do the Nitro Chemist with some different affixes. Switch it up onto the Hoodlum Racing Edition and get ready to go fast to see how the bug can actually to be well handled. It might be possible to do the main approach rather than getting hit by some several rocks. But doing some hill jumps is going to get much daring and wide open without getting hit by trees. Okay, looks like it's going to be quite giving a disadvantage for myself. Gonna have to start over. Okay, looks like now in a good respawn. Stay straight and take some several jumps to have the nitro will do the quick refill. But it might be have to do the right direction. Just gonna have to do this. Okay, maybe not. That should be a better way to go through with this area. Come on, just gonna have to climb up and beat Tuck's record. Okay, looks like stopping at the tree, and there goes 3149 yards. Updated on my attempt record by having a Volkswagen Beetle with a Hoodlum Racing Crew Edition. But I'll make sure I'll have to get back on Escape to be in the Red Rock. Switch back onto the option menu and this is gonna have to do another attempted chance to switch back with some parts on the GTO to judge. But I know how you guys are waiting for so long to get all the live summon videos to be featured in the update on American Legends. So let's go and take on for some 2 street race events will be at the go. But this will might have a featured vehicle to have the Mazda RX-8 Gold Seeker Edition is now going to have to be starting out in the strange case of the 1950s. Correction, and also to be temporarily to be used for any players who don't have the Gold Edition of the Mazda RX-8. But however, everybody could probably have to use the same car with a good maximum performance level will be doing a quicker way to climb up onto the top 1000 in this event. But looks like a beautiful RX-8 to have a good black base color outfitted with some golden trims and the rims, especially with some parts to be installed. Sounds beauty and a very good horsepower of 232. So I'm about to try this baby out because that part of the RX-8 is going to be well golden to have a trim to be in the black base color. But it doesn't show which kind of street race vehicle to be featured in the strange case of 1950. But we'll have to find out and see because one car should be quite good enough to take on with the 1950s cars. Let's kick it up and go first place to be in the lead. So very well impressive to be driving with the RX-8 in the Crew 2 to have a nice different modification to be outfitted with some gold style trim. But however, the RX-8 Spirit R is also to be appear in Gran Turismo 7. But maybe I could probably have to get this one because of the new update has finally arrived to have 3 new rides. 3 new rides to have 2 Subarus and 1 Suzuki is now available on the used car dealership. But the BRCS GT300 and the 2021 model is now appear in the Brand Central. But luckily, I had to keep an eye out to be on the used car dealership to be on the dateline for only 24 hours a day. But don't worry folks, I'll have to keep an eye out to have a good exact available car to be in stock. But right now, just gonna have to stay focused in the lead to be on a good successful rarity chance to get up onto 100,000 points. But by the looks of it, the interior view of the RX-8 to be as a regular JDM sports car to be as a 2008 through 2012 model. But only kinds of different versions of the editions in this car like the Thunderwave and the Gold Edition is now featured in Gold Seeker 1 and the sequel in this event. But it's about to get much halfway there to be up on to 50% in the progression. Keep things up going forward and stay on the road. Alright, very good on the handling at the inside. Checkpoint cleared to proceed. And let's see how the 1950s car is doing. Still barely tried to catch up to each other, but almost gonna have to catch up for only one modern Japanese car to have a nice good golden fortune. Next turn coming in, gonna have to slow down and switch down onto the fourth and kick it back up onto the fifth. We're almost there folks. As you can see, this town might be the finish line is going to be at the right destination. As always from many events including the live summon as well. But we know about all kinds of different methods to have good street car discipline is going to have to do some good excellent course on a sprint race. We're almost there. Take the final stretch and here comes the finish line. I bet it might be quite doing well out there to get up on 100,000 points to be in the first attempt. 30 Motor Stars earned, first place, solid gold baby for the RX-8 to have a good well achieved on this activity performance. I'm so very good to get this car someday before the event is over. 1 down, 5 more to go, 1 street race to go. So very good out there to have the Mazda RX-8 to take on in the strange case of the 1950 is going to be doing a good golden fortune to see how good you are to be on the high speed performance to be well installed with legendary loop parts. Including the Nitro Chemist is the #1 suitable recommend pick to have the RX-8 Gold Edition is going to have to do a golden find of opportunity to see how the rankings is going to have to change up and work hard to be on the top podium. So next up, we are going at the Central Wood South for the Lamborghini Murcielago LP640 is now going in to take the spotlight in the restriction. But luckily, different variation to be known as the LP670-4 Super Velocity is now painted in gold. So what do you guys think? This video segment also to be having some golden style related to have any kinds of good disciplines on road cars, including rally raid vehicles as well. Including the motorbike is going to have to do some better ways to do some golden paint. But I'll make sure that golden cars is a #1 gold spot to have the best place to go. Now, grab your Murcielago and take a good starting grid at the street. So here I go. Let's take the #1 spot in the top 3 positions.
You've got this. You're a rock star.
Coming in and take that good successful straightaway on the boost. First place, here I come for the LP670-4 Super Velocity to be on the #1 golden spot. I kind of really enjoyed the background effect in the live summon to have a good old-fashioned 1930 style to be well driven to be in the modern day era. But it's going to be very good to be on the racing game to see how 8 steps is going to be well featured in Gold Rush. But it might be quite having a different treasure opportunity to see how the Crew 2 players is going to have to do some more discoveries to find out with some good clues and some more rewards whenever we have to come up to have some good 3 different set of vehicles, including 2 land-based and an aircraft. But luckily, it's going to have to do some more Motor Stars to be stacking up to go up onto tier number 50. But I'm still going to have to wait before doing a short errand to get some more crew credits. But don't worry folks, it's going to have to take a little bit much time before the first episode in Season 5 is about to be over soon. Just going to have to keep an eye out for every week before moving on in Episode 2 to have some more stories to be discovered. Just going to go in and boost up the nitro. Let's take the next road down the hill. Stay on it. Braking makes the proper opportunity to have a good clean racing to be on the streets. Just gonna have to kick up on the high gear. Checkpoint clear. Now just gonna have to keep going. Almost to be at 75%. Okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds since the start of the 1 lap race. Coming forward. We're about to get closer onto Dallas before reaching up onto the finish line. Here we are at the Great Plains. Keep it up. Looks like the finish line is right about here. Solid gold successful, legendary bundle earned. We just had a lot of good gold struck to be at 100,000 points to be on attempt number 1 in this video, folks. 7 loot parts in legendary category is going to be well earned to have a good chance to be on the Nitro Chemist or other extra affixes. We'll be doing some score breaker, the live reward snipper, and utterly to have some loot digger to be putting up with some more loot parts. For only 2 street race event is check and complete. More off-road events to have 4 more is about to be well featured to have some 3 off-road disciplines to be on the rally raid, motocross, and rallycross discipline to be in the mix. So let's go and start out to be on rally raid to have the Arch Park Trail or stage 5 of the US Speed Tour West. Now, this is going to be the perfect guest to have event number 3. So let's go and use the Pontiac GTO the Judge with the Nitro Chemist. We'll go boost it up and we'll extend it to be on the duration for doing some extra jumps. Quick Nitro does a quick matter to see how faster can it take to do some well improved to have a time attack record from Las Vegas to Golden Hills and its racetrack. Ever since I used the GTO the Judge on Red Rock Escape to have something to come up the better ways to go quicker to be on the wide open areas in Red Rock with the Escape. So let's go and hop back on board to this nice rally raid muscle car to be painted in gold with the off-road official variant. So let's see how the starting point is going to be going up the road to have a time attack. We'll be start out from Las Vegas to Golden Hills and its racetrack. So I'm very pumped up and get ready to go on the high speed rush to be in the off-road areas after leaving Las Vegas. Fortunes favors the gold to have 3 seconds to take the podium.
Let us hope the competitors do well on US Speed Tour West, stage number 5, Discovering Nevada. From Las Vegas to Golden Hills and its racetrack.
Very good with the well speed up onto the third gear. So let's keep up and go faster to be in the off-road areas in the dirt trail. Now, if I could probably have to be a little bit more patient when using the GTO the Judge, it's all about doing some suitable chances to take some jumps. Quicker nitro refills, less stability, and more high chances to take the jump. So let's go high up onto 125 miles per hour in the straightaway before taking the next checkpoint. Gonna have to do some drift. Aim towards the chicane bus stop. Checkpoint proceed. Now gonna have to take the left turn to do some off-road drifting. Tap it up, it go. Do some cornering on the inside. Absolutely good. Now gonna have to take that jump after proceed the next checkpoint. Very good. Halfway there onto the nitro gauge at 50%. Almost to be at 100. Gonna keep up the drifting. And now we're going back into the asphalt. All's good to go. Now we're leaving Las Vegas and proceed to the Death Valley area. Oh yeah! Now that's an excellent muscle car jump to be on the off-road. Here comes the highway. Let's kick it up on a high gear to enter the next checkpoint. Very good. Looks like the time is keep doing well. 2 minutes and 30 seconds since the start of the time attack. Watch your step. Right turn coming in. Checkpoint clear. Now going boosted up on the high gear. It's always possible to stay on the third gear transmission in the GTO the Judge. It's all about Gonna have to see how the muscle cars can actually to be well handled. It might have to go up onto the 4th gear. But 3rd gear makes a simple chance to see how the GTO can barely dominate on the off-road areas to be in the restriction on stage 5 of the US Speed Tour West. So let's go and take another jump. Save by 50%. Quick refill by over 75%. Take the right side and coming in. Rapid nitro to go. And here comes the bridge after taking the next checkpoint. Very good. I'm so very glad to see how handling for the Pontiac GTO is gonna have to do some power slide drift. Booting like a Cadillac, sting like a beaver. We're almost there at the racetrack, folks. Gonna have to take several bus stops. Solemn in, solemn out. And here comes another checkpoint. Here it is, Golden Hills Racetrack. Let's take on for the scenic route to be entered to be on the tarmac of the asphalt. There you go, 4th gear on the road.
Golden Hills.
4th gear on the track, and here's the finish line at the podium. Excellent. 400,000 followers to be well earned. Solid gold, baby, you guys. Solid gold for the Pontiac GTO. The judge is now on the #1 ranking spot at 100,000 points. It also comes in as well for having some good disciplines on rally cars to be well suitable to be painted in gold. So next up, Arch Park Trail we go. After proceed stage 5 from US Speed Tour West is gonna have to do an ordinary rally raid event to have a good wide open track. So I'm about to stick with the GTO. The judge is gonna have to do the best off-road style to see how handling to be in the canyon. So let's go explore down the hill and find a good treasure at the finish line.
You'll make awesome time, I know it.
Hang on. First turn to be on the drift. Absolutely good. Just like they are coming from last season. But hopefully, doing well improve in the Ford F-150 Raptor from outer space is also to be putting up as a service vehicle. Gonna have to kick it up. Stay on straight and focus on the route. Okay, very good. Dodging on the rocks. 50% on the nitrous gauge refill. Moving on to the next checkpoint area. Okay, time to tap it up. Going hard left. Okay, looks like, as you may ever pass by, there's the old mine. That's where the gold is actually to be stored. But talking about gold, I should probably have to play Minecraft to search for some gold, so I could probably have to do some storage collection. But otherwise, there might be some more gold on the nether is also to be putting up with some good rare fortune. Halfway there, 50% in the progression for only 50 more to go. But now it might be going up in 45% remaining. Let's proceed on to the next route. Heads up. Straight away I go and take the jump on the hills. Whoever can also to have this quick nitro refill will be successful to be well achieved on this event. Area checkpoint clear. Now let's get back into deep beneath the rocks. %20 to go, folks. Looks like we got several buffaloes coming in. There's one over there, pass by. Okay, 3 minutes have passed. Another area checkpoint clear. Finish line is just right up ahead. And finally made it at a good stop. E-brake make a good touchdown, 45,000 bucks earned, and also to have 100,000 points to be achieved at the outcome for Off-Road Event number 2. Now that's time attack for the muscle car, and a very good, golden fortune to see the GTO the judge dominates in Arch Park Trail to search for some gold. Now, if I could probably have to do motocross for the next event, I'll make sure to switch up onto the KTM 450 EXC motocross. Is gonna have to paint it up from blue to gold. Just give me one more moment.
1 minute later.
Okay, let's go, and their Flix event will be on the way, folks. But I hope everybody could probably have to have your favorite motocross bike will be needed to be painted in gold. Or you should probably have to keep your favorite type. It's all about doing some determination to see how variation comes in all matters to have different liveries to be having some base color will be painted up in gold. But now, from color blue to gold on the KTM 450 EXC with the UDRS Insportec, we'll be having a collector underglow will be part of it for this event. So let's get ready to go and choose my best motocross bike to be on the favorite and take on to have a good off-road racing to have a good ordinary motocross bike to take the lead. Now let's go and kick it up on the boost.
Fingers are crossed.
Now let's gonna have to take that flip. I go and take the right side to proceed. Okay, looks like Tuck is in the lead. Just gonna
Look
click
out, suckers.
right in.
We're in first place.
Stay on track. Do some separate jumps. And there's an animal coming in. Looks like the deer. Alright, looks like Low Poly Golden Smoke is doing well. Kick it up, grinding around, and take the right turn to do some next jump. Gonna have to slide quick, checkpoint proceed, and going quicker to have an airborne jump. Yeah, looks so awesome to have the gold motocross bike to have a #1 spot. Big jump coming in. Ooh. Checkpoint clear and makes a touchdown on the gate. Lap #1 is coming in at the end. Keep on dirt racing, folks. And here is lap #2 at the last lap. Okay, that should probably have to do much airborne duration time. guess the deer is still coming around, roaming. I'll make sure I'll have to proceed. Alright, that should do it. Checkpoint to proceed. Oh, and by the way, folks, I think that kind of an animal is a doe. Doe is a female, deer is a male. That makes perfect sense. But I'll have to make sure to do some knowledge history about animals if I could probably have the chance after the race is over. But only in this part of the video. Hang on. Oof. Solid, fine, touching, checkpoint clear. But I know, it's too extreme in motocross by jumping through on top of the gate. Here comes the finish line. Gonna take it. And here comes the backflip to take the touchdown. Haha, yes, perfect stopping to have a good outcome. Now, it also comes in to have 73,956 points for the first attempt, but I'll make sure I'll have to get much harder next time if I could probably have a nitro chemist to be well putting up with some 7 category parts will become a full extended boost on the motocross. So now, the final event as a mixed event for Rallycross will be taken on in Colorado riverbanks by using the Lancia Delta S4 to be on the restriction. So let's see how good it is to see Rallycross to take on in the motocross track. Colorado riverbanks is definitely might be a very good, excellent, easy start to see how Rallycross can actually to be take over. With especially to have 3 motocross drivers will be joining in to take the battle with 1 Rallycross vehicle to take on in the motocross track. Let's see how challenging for the Lancia Delta S4 to have a 1 versus 3 battle ever since from the last live summit event in Ace Race to have 7 rally raid versus 1 airplane. But now it's about to go interesting to see how the 4-wheel drive can actually to take on with 3 motocross drivers in a 2-wheel drive. Let's go and kick it up and drive safely to be on the jumps.
You're gonna win this easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Hang on, jumping through onto the first checkpoint and keep a good length of the airborne. Take the left side. Checkpoint coming in. Okay, looks like the handling might be quite doing well, but hopefully, if I could probably have to keep it much moderation without taking too much pressure. There you go. Gonna have to take that jump, clear, proceed, and take the left corner before moving on to take the next checkpoint in about a few yards to go. Now let's just gonna have to try to keep up well stable. This mixed event is all about having a test for Rallycross to see how good to take on in the motocross track. But luckily, for only 3 motocross driver is still currently because it's all about having a multi-class to be in the different role parts. So let's go. Lap number 2 in the final run takes on. Okay, looks like that was a quick slow down to be on the first choice of the direction path. Just need to catch up. Going well clean racing on the Rallycross is very difficult in the MX track. MX means motocross. Halfway there on lap number 2. Watch the steering direction. And here it comes. full stretch and take a way pass through the gate of the checkpoint. And finally made it, you guys. First place in the top 3 position to have a 1 versus 3. But almost close enough, but you're gonna have to try to keep up to have a good clean race, to have 1 Rallycross in the same car to take the battle with 3 motocross drivers. But that's how another chance makes a fine fortune to get the gold. Okay, let's go one more chance on attempt number 2 to get a good 100,000 points in the Rallycross discipline to be in the mix.
Listen to the
Let's
end.
kick it up and take the jump onto the first checkpoint. Touchdown, people are coming in onto checkpoint 2. Okay, very good. Left side always comes always to see how the technique will have to play defense and go quicker on the offense. Solid jump and do the break. Recovered. Checkpoint cleared to take another jump. Alright. Now for some power slide technique on the drift. Next jump on the way. Rallycross style. Takes the final turn and do a jump straightaway at the end of the first lap. Very good. Length of the jump is also to be giving a good 100% check. Keep on track. We're almost there. We still got this in the bag, you guys. Checkpoint proceed. First jump cleared. Next one down the hill. Gonna have to pass through, just like the chicane. Power slide drift. Takes the straightaway and do one last gold line to be at the finish line. Touchdown! 2 minutes and 5.29 seconds. Now that was a very good extreme Rallycross racing to be on the motocross track. Rallycross takes the win and 3 motocross is doing well to be on the average. So that makes 3 versus 1 is an opportunity for only 2 types of off-road vehicles to be part in Motor Nation. A lot of good times to have well achieved to be on the platinum in rank 7,584 place. Very good to be passed through onto the gold before at the end of Gold Seeker 2. Solid gold, baby. Solid gold until Gold Seeker 2 is about to end for only 1 day left before tomorrow until Wednesday before moving on into the next live summon is going to be on the low rider theme style in Westside Cruisin'. Alright, looks like it's all about low riders to have well featured in the Westside Cruisin' to have 4 different set of rewards including the famed magnet and purple underglow to be on the common. So let's see some preview. We got some good required vehicles to be in the restriction. Only 2 of them is the Chevrolet Impala Sports Sedan with a standard and the Lowrider Naranja Edition. Very good, and that means for only 1 mixed event will be used on the street race to have a touring car event will be part of it. So now, this one might have a grand finale on Live Extreme Series will be featured for the next event later on. So we got some more disciplines to be on land-based, water-based, and also to have aerobatics will be part in one of the 3 skills. So now, let's get ready to wrap this up because follow-up catch-up will be giving a good high chance to be on the platinum to be well defended if I could probably had to stay on top of it to get the Gold Edition of the Mazda RX-8 is a very #1 platinum to be as a Ford reward, to be well featured, to have a return vehicle from the previous seasons. Thank you for watching on my video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like Deviant Art, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.